Recently been through the great resignation. Now we're talking great hesitation with companies increasingly hesitant to commit to full-time hires, opting instead for flexible staffing. What are some of the key factors contributing to this cautious approach that companies are taking towards full-time employees?
I love this term, the great hesitation, because it's such a nice play on the great resignation, as you mentioned. And unfortunately, I can't give credit to the person I first heard it said, because I can't remember who it was, but it is brilliant and spot on. I was calling it kind of not as eloquently the great gun shyness. So I'll go with great hesitation. So there's a few things that are driving this. So first, I think there's still an ongoing reckoning in response to the hiring craze that happened during 2021 and 22. So it was post-COVID. The world decided everyone decided the world wasn't going to stop spinning. And there was it was a lot of hiring, and I would almost argue it was almost reckless hiring. So people were getting hired with titles and salaries that their experience simply didn't warrant. For just one example, we were doing a kickoff call with a hiring manager and our HR contact for a longtime client. This is back in 21 or early 22. And I asked the standard question of, okay, what's the salary for the role? And the HR person kind of ducked my question, which is really unusual. And I asked it again and ducked it again. And then we discovered after the call is because the salary for the new position was going to be higher than the hiring manager's current salary. Yeah. So it was kind of crazy things like that. And so there's a bit of a reckoning in that. I was just talking to somebody yesterday, a former CMO said, yeah, I overhired in 21. I'll be the first to admit it. Now, and then in response to that, getting a new headcount approved, I'm calling it's like finding a Willy Wonka golden ticket. It's really rare. And on top of that, hiring managers, because they've got this rare golden ticket, they're really worried they won't make a good hire, especially if they were burned out and hiring someone that maybe didn't work out a couple of years prior. So, and then related to number two, with so many candidates applying for jobs, I mentioned there are 500 plus applications for jobs on LinkedIn or on the company's website. Hiring managers are reluctant to make an offer in case they've overlooked someone better. They're worried they may have missed someone in that stack of 500 plus applications that's, virtually sitting next to them on their desk.